Okay, so I just started recording. And can, Theo, could you share your screen too?
Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay. So I'm just gonna call mine in class. It's a book game.
So how is this gonna? So how do we make this backdrop screen?
Yeah, so
The
what we're
screen
first
gonna
gonna do, the first thing we need to do is, we got a code so that the cat can say something. So when the game starts, we're gonna do when flag clicked, and we're gonna say welcome to my game for 2 seconds.
So we go to so we do a code. When I clicked, go to looks. What do we get when we go to looks? Can I see?
To say something for 2 seconds. Let me see.
Can I see yours a little bit more closer?
Yeah, let me zoom in. We're gonna say welcome to my game for 2 seconds. It's the first one on looks.
Switch backdrop to backdrop one.
Oh no, that's actually not the first one. Go up a little bit more on looks. Oh, I see. You're in the stage code. Click on the sprite one, the little cat at the bottom.
Don't get it, Bill.
Yeah, and then now it'll say something. So do when flag clicked, and then it'll say.
I took a little bit. Say hello. So say what?
We're gonna say welcome to my game for 2 seconds.
Still not getting how to code this sprite thing still.
Which part?
Sprite. Still not getting how to code. I've been doing this
Oh,
class.
it doesn't let you put in a number?
No. No, we did this class to know how to code in Scratch and stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm still not figuring out how to do this stuff. A tiny bit. I'm not every bit.
Okay. What part are you confused on, or which part do you need more help with?
No, I'm not saying any. I'm saying like we do this class. We're doing this because I want us to learn how to do programming in Scratch, right?
Yeah.
I'm still not getting how to program it yet.
Okay. So in today's class, we're gonna get to learn how to use broadcasting, and we're gonna use lists. Have you ever used lists in Scratch?
Yeah.
We're gonna learn how to do that. So that's gonna be the coding aspect of it. Those are the concepts that we're.
How many seconds did you say though?
For 2 seconds. Yeah, just 2.
Welcome to my game.
Cool.
Okay,
And
welcome to my game.
Yeah, perfect. So we also want to say another thing. We want to tell the user the instructions. So we're going to say copy the sequence for 2 seconds.
that? So you get
How do you spell
same.
sequence?
So you get the same. So you get the same.
SEQ, or I can type it in the chat for you.
Wait, what do we type in our second one?
Copy the sequence.
Copy the sequence. How do you spell sequence?
I put it in the chat so that everyone can see how it's spelled.
Sequence. This. Hey, that's cute.
For 2 seconds?
Yeah. Copy the sequence for 2 seconds. So the sequence and add a new button because in the little demo that I did, we had a bunch of different buttons. We had 4 buttons. So we're gonna add some buttons. Do you guys know how to? So look at the search new sprite and we're gonna choose the circular button. So the green button that's kind of in a circle. Button.
How much do we need?
So first we're gonna start off just with one. We're gonna add the other ones later because we just need to duplicate their code. And once you have that, move it to the left side of the screen. So like on the left side of the cat.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm still looking at how to do that. So how do you do that?
So click on the little plus cat in the bottom. See right here? At the bottom of your screen. And then type search, the little magnifying lens. Okay. And then type in button.
Huh?
Type in button. Oh, press the backspace a few times. You need 2 T's in button. There it is. This is the first one that says button 1. It's a green circle. Yeah. And then put it onto the left side of the cat.
And then we type something in it.
Have it on the other side. So you have it on the right side of the cat, switch it to the left side of the cat. Just drag it in the stage.
What do we type? We type
Well,
one.
we don't need it. Yeah, we type 1, but we also, what we have to do is you've got to move your button from the right side of the stage to the left side. So if you look at my screen.
See, I have 1 right there.
See, we move it from the left to the right, from the right to the left.
Like this?
Yeah, onto anywhere on the left side, just so that we have a different idea.
Then we do another one, right?
We're not going to make the second one yet because we just need to copy our code. So we don't want to create a whole new one and type in all of that code all over again. So we're going to add 1 and go into your sound for the code. So see where it says sounds? Click on the button and then go to sounds.
You have a costume too?
Yeah, but we can keep that just like that. Click on, see where there's a whole bunch of sprites, or it says sprite 1, button 1? Click onto button 1.
Where's button 1? Oh wait, press button 1.
And then click onto sounds. Oh, onto sounds. It's on one of the upper tabs. See where it says costumes and then it says sounds?
Done. sound pop. Play sound pop until done.
Actually, what we want to do is add a different sound. So take a look at my screen. See how I'm at the code here?
Oh, yes, me too.
Okay, and then click up onto sounds. Right here. Yeah, costumes, and then the one right next to it is the sounds.
Huh?
One thing I think you could do is go ahead and pin my presentation, like back on the Google Meet. Just click on the pin for presentation. So hover over my presentation.
How do I?
Wait, but
I'm not getting anything.
but since he's presenting, it's stuck on your screen is still visible to others, and I don't know what to say. Resume presenting or stop screen sharing.
Oh, I see. Resume presenting.
I stopped presenting. How can I
Oh,
see?
you stop presenting.
But then I cannot pin my screen to your screen.
Oh. Okay.
I still need help. Which
Yeah,
sound?
let me.
Sound code do you get?
So you need to present, right?
Yeah, I'm already presenting, but I need to pin her screen to my screen, so then but then I need
Which
this
sound
sound
code do you get?
Oh, it doesn't let all of you present. Okay.
Which sound code do you get?
but then I cannot present to do what I'm
What's a sound code do you
screen.
get? What sound code do you get?
No,
Okay, wait, let me take a look.
there's supposed to be a 10 attached, correct?
A ton of tabs.
And then it's not showing it, and there's no way to pin the screen
What are you looking
on my phone.
Hi, this is Adam's mom. What is it that he's supposed to do?
I was saying if it's easier for him to look at my screen, he could pin my screen so that it becomes the largest view.
Uh-huh.
And
But
if you
then
hover
I need
over,
to.
so I
Okay,
think what
show
you
me.
can do is change the view in the 3 dots at the bottom.
Okay.
Dots at the
Under
bottom.
settings?
Yeah. Settings. Oh, it doesn't even. Why don't you stop presenting for 1 second, because normally it should show a layout. And then try pressing the 3 dots again and seeing if you can change the layout.
No.
Oh. Okay. That's okay then. You don't have to worry about pinning my screen then. I just thought if it's easier for everyone to like see the screen bigger.
Yeah,
then-
but
I still don't get which sound code do you get.
Instead, I think you could just share your screen. So you can just, oh, okay, you still are sharing your screen. Oh, it shows blank. So it looks like you're not sharing the Scratch tab.
You have to click on the entire screen.
Okay, great. Now I can see it. And, Theo, could you also share your screen? Theo? Okay. Great. Okay, perfect. Let's see. One in the button. And what was the question that you had, Theo?
Which sound code do we use?
I used So if you click onto sounds, you can search for more sounds. So click on the sounds tab and then click on the plus at the bottom left corner. And we can all do this. We'll all add the new sound. So we're going to do plus new sound.
So which
And
one do
we're
we
going to
use?
add a guitar. So it's the fifth one. It says a guitar. Yeah, go ahead and add that. And then we're also going to add 3 more sounds. We're going to add, in addition to A guitar, we're going to add B guitar, C guitar, and D guitar. So it's in the 4th row. Yeah, B guitar. And then we're going to play that.
So it's supposed to sound like this?
Yeah. And then search for C guitar.
I can't find the C guitar.
Okay, let me look at your screen. Keep scrolling down a little bit. Yeah, keep scrolling. Right there. Okay, wait. C guitar. Yeah.
Wait, do we trash pop?
Yeah, you can trash pop.
Now we get when button is clicked.
We can trash pop, and then we're gonna add D guitar as our last sound. So go back into sounds.
So one thing, we're gonna have to get when button is clicked. When button is clicked. When button is clicked. You have to make that a sound, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is when I flag clicked one, is not a one that you can type in. How are you gonna do it? When button key pressed click, not really with that. You can go get another.
So you're not able to find the block that you're looking for? Is that what you mean?
I mean the code. So
it's when this sprite clicked. This one.
I made the sounds, right? Code. Code though.
Let me take a look at your screen. Can you show me your code? Oh, okay.
What's the code?
So the third one in events, it says when this sprite clicked.
I already did my sound. What's the code?
Yeah. So go back into where you have the code for button 1. No, you don't need to choose a new sound. You're all good with the sounds.
Yeah, but when it came back, it went back to this. Why is that?
Okay, what you just need to do is click on the code that's on the left side.
A guitar.
Yeah.
Guitar.
Yeah, those are great. You just need to click on code. It's above the, right below where it says scratch. Yeah, click on code and then click when this sprite clicked. It's one of the yellow ones. It's the third one. When this sprite. Perfect. So when the sprite clicked, oh, you need to be doing that. Sorry. Okay, good. When the sprite clicked. We want it to look like it gets bigger and then it gets smaller again. So we're going to change the size. So in looks, one of the purple ones, we're going to change size by 10. Change size by 10. It's 1, 2. It's like the 7th one from the bottom. It says change size by 10. It's up there. Keep going up. Keep going up. One more up. Right there. Change size by 10.
Is that good?
Yeah, change size by 10, and then we have to wait for a really short time. We're just going to wait for 0.1 seconds. So we're going to go back into the control ones, the yellow ones, or the orangish ones, and we're going to say wait 0.1 seconds. 0.1 seconds. Okay, and then after that, we want to change the size back to normal. So we're going to change size by -10. One of the purple ones again, change size by -10 or -10. Okay, and the last thing we're going to do is we want to make sure that it'll actually play the sound. So we're going to play the sound A guitar until done. And that's under that's the 3rd tab down under sound. And we're going to play A guitar until done.
I don't hear any sound.
That's because you haven't added the A guitar. So click on the sound tab on the left side of the screen. It's the kind of pinkish purple circle.
Huh?
Keep going to the left. Yeah, right there. And then play sound.
E guitar.
Yeah, drag that to the bottom and change it to say A guitar.
Hear it?
I don't hear it, but you have to change the C guitar to say A guitar in your code. Because we want to play the first sound. See where it says play sound? Change it to say A guitar. Yep. Are you able to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you're good. We just have to play that sound. And what we are going to do is we're going to duplicate the button. So right click on the button, the sprite. Right click on the sprite and click duplicate. Okay, and now you should have a second one. Go ahead and move it to the left side.
I'm gonna change the 1 to 2. Okay?
Change the 1 to 2 for what?
So we know it's button 2, not button 1.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, actually I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add some text on each of the buttons.
And change 2 to beat guitar.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I went ahead and named each of the buttons. So on button 2, it's gonna say 2, and 3, it's gonna say 3, and so on and so forth.
So do we make another one?
No, just 2 for right now. And we're gonna change the color of each of them. So for button 2, I'm just gonna make it, we're gonna have it click on the inside of the button and have it do a solid fill.
Huh?
Click using the arrow button. And then click on the circle, the inner circle. And then click on fill.
Which color should we do?
Okay, and then click on the gray square in the top.
Can you do blue?
Yeah, but click on the gray square to make it solid. Right above the blue box.
Swap.
Yeah.
Now look at mine. It has a green outline and a blue inside.
Just make sure we're able to see the number on it. So you also have to add the number 2. Oh, so that changes the border of it.
Look at it. Now it's a tiny bit of green. See?
Yeah. Make sure we have enough space to write the number on there, or that it's visible. Okay.
2.
So we have 1 and we have 2. Perfect. Yo, if you want, you can update the number 2, so that it's a color that's bright enough.
Yeah. This one is gonna be wet.
Once you guys are done with those, yeah.
And this one is different.
Yeah. Okay, so since we're done with the buttons, let's go back into the code. Okay. Let's go into the code. Button 1 says change by size, and in button 2, instead of saying play a guitar, we're gonna have it say play B guitar until done.
Look at that one too. So what do we get?
So on button 2, the code for button 2,
Yeah, we changed it to B guitar. I already did that.
you did that? Okay, perfect. So now what we're gonna do is go into the stage code where it says stage, click on that on the very right hand side. All the way to the right, where it says stage backdrops 1. Right here. Now keep going to the right. So there's a white box and it says stage backdrops 1. It's on the very right hand side of the screen.
So I'm gonna make another one now.
No, you're gonna go to the stage. So see on the right side where it says stage and it has a white box and it says backdrops 1. Yeah, click on that. Is everyone there?
Then we get the backdrop.
Yeah. So I think, Adam, what you have to do is scroll all the way to the right, and there's a bar that says stage backdrops. It's white. It's on the very right, almost at the edge. Yeah. So click on that. And now that we're in the code for that one, we're going to make a new list. So go into variables. Okay. And see where it says make a list? Click on make a list. Okay. And we're going to call the list buttons pressed. Buttons pressed.
Buttons what?
Buttons pressed. So all the buttons that we press. Okay. And we don't have any code for that yet, so still stay inside the stage backdrop code. Don't move from there. Okay. Theo, I think you could. Okay, yeah, you're back in the stage code. So once we have the buttons pressed, we are going to say when start clicked. And start clicked, and then go back into variable.
When flag clicked.
Yeah, when the flag clicked, sorry. Go into the orange one and say delete all of buttons pressed.
Did we get that?
Did we get what? It's one of the orange ones, so delete, oh, not delete one, delete all of. It's right underneath that. Yeah, say delete all of buttons pressed, okay?
So this.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, and we're gonna go back
It
to,
disappeared. You have to
What?
press hide. It still hasn't
oh no, you don't
disappeared.
have to do anything yet. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go back into the button 1 code.
But it still hasn't disappeared.
Okay, and in the button 1 code, underneath where we say play sound, we're gonna say add 1 to buttons pressed. So it says add thing. Instead of thing, we're gonna say 1. Okay, add 1 to buttons pressed, and then we're gonna do the same for button 2. We're gonna say add 2 to buttons code, or buttons pressed.
Hey, why is my button plus thing has something under it? It says one thing.
Okay. Go back into your button 1 code. Try stopping it and then starting it again. Okay, now try clicking on it. Okay, and in button 2, instead of saying add 1, you have to say add 2. So in your code for button 2,
I code for button 2.
yeah, see where you say add 1 to button press? That should say 2. Add 2 to button press. That thing, and then say 2. Yeah, 1 for button 1 and 2 for button 2. Perfect.
How do
Okay.
you make that go away a little bit? It's kind of annoying.
What you can do is, wait, try clicking the green flag again. Okay. Well, we're gonna hide that later, but what we want to do is, for now, that's gonna help us.
Okay.
So keep it on there for now.
So when we press a button, it pops up.
Yeah.
Wait,
What buttons now?
wait,
What was that, Adam?
what spread are you on?
For the buttons pressed. Let me see where you are. Yeah, delete 2. Okay, and then go back onto your button 2 code. Add 2, and then go to button 1. Okay, yeah, you're good. You have everything. So if you test it out, we can press the green flag, and every time we press a button, it'll get added to the list. So you can like press the 2 button, it'll get added. Or you have to wait for a second, it's a bit slow. Yeah, so that's how that works. And if we start the game again, we'll see that all the buttons go away, or like all the button presses go away, and it resets the list. So try pressing the green flag again. See, and it goes away. And make sure you save your project, just so that you don't accidentally lose anything. So see where it says save now? Yeah. Just make sure to save it, okay? And we can run it, click each button. Now we're gonna go back and
Still don't know how to make it go away.
oh, well, we can have it hide, but we'll do that at the end, because right now we need to see the list to help us. So click on the backdrop, the stage backdrop. And when start click, delete all the buttons. And we're gonna make a new list called sequence. So go on to variables, then make a list, and we're gonna call it sequence.
How do you spell that again? Let me see.
EQUENCE. Sequence. Okay. We're gonna say okay, create the sequence. And this is going to be the actual sequence that the player has to copy. So in the sequence, it's going to be whatever the cat tells them to do. So if they tell them to do 1, 2, 3, 4, that's what's going to go here. So we're going to have a new broadcast called Add to Sequence. So go on to Events and say when I receive message 1. Third one from the bottom, yeah. And instead of message 1, we're going to say new message.
Huh?
And we're going to call it add to sequence.
Did we get that? What did we do?
1 second, let me look at your code and see where you are. Add to sequence and then just click OK. Let's see. Go on to events, Theo.
What's events?
It's the yellow circle.
What yellow circle? Oh, events?
In the code, yeah, events.
Okay.
1 second. Hi, who is this who just joined? Hello?
Yeah.
No, I was just talking to the person who just joined.
I don't think the person joined. You want to join this way.
I'll get you another chair. Just like
You know it's not.
Alright, can you get me one?
I think this person before in the class, so who is the person who just joined?
I don't think somebody would join at this time.
Someone just texted in the chat.
Huh?
They just joined.
Maybe? Maybe. Hello.
Okay, we'll see if they respond. But, oh, they responded.
Yes.
Isaac, oh, okay.
Oh, I like the red.
Uh,
Oh, what do we do?
what we have to do is delete all of the buttons in button press. Have you guys created a new list called sequence?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and find the broadcasting tab where it says when I receive message. Did everyone find that?
Huh?
When I receive add to sequence. Okay. We're gonna pick a random number between 1 and 2. So do you guys know where that comes from?
I don't.
Adam, do you know?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Let me look at your screen. When I receive add to sequence. So we're going to use one of the green ones. We're going to say pick random. Okay. But we also need to add to the sequence. So we're going to go back into variables and see where it says add thing to buttons pressed.
Huh?
There should be an orange block that says add thing to buttons pressed. Put that right underneath when I receive sequence. Okay. And instead of thing, we're going to say pick random.
Where do we go to get all this stuff? So where do we go to get? So mine is like yours. How does mine look like?
So the add one to buttons pressed is under variables.
So where do we go?
The tab that says variables, it's like the second last one.
And then we get add thing to buttons plus again.
Oh no, you didn't have to say add. Oh. No. Do you have a block that says when I receive broadcast message?
No.
Okay, so you want to add that then. So let's go into events and say when I receive message 1.
Again? You done
Yeah.
the other one too?
Wait 1 second. When you're in the stage code, right? Oh no, you're in the button code. Go back to the stage code.
What is done?
On the right hand side, the stage.
Stop in the button code.
No, you don't need to add anything to the button code. Just go to the stage code.
So when I put that when I receive my button code, I don't need it.
When I receive, yeah, you don't need that.
Okay.
And then click onto the stage. And when I receive, add to sequence. So instead of message 1, it should say add to sequence. And just type new message. See, type new message.
Variables, right?
No. Click on message 1. And then click new message and say add to sequence.
Okay.
Okay. And when we want to add to sequence, we want to pick a random. So do you know which one of the blocks handles pick randoms?
Control?
Actually, for the pick random, that one is going to be one of the green ones. So we're going to add pick random 1 to 2.
Upper windows?
Yeah. And then put that, go into the variable section and add thing to button press. It's one of the orange ones. So second last.
Variables?
Yeah. Add thing to button press.
That. When I receive add to sequence.
It's the first block. Underneath where you have the check marks, it should say add thing to sequence.
Oh, we have to get another one of those?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And add that right underneath and then say pick random and put that inside where the thing is. And then instead of button press, call it sequence. Okay. Does everyone have that? Pick random 1 to 2 in sequence. Okay, looks like you have it. Pick random one to do in sequence, and then we're gonna create a new broadcast called play sequence. So broadcast when I receive.
So where do I go?
Take a new broadcast. So one of the yellow ones. Under events. Is Isaac still on the call?
I don't think he got this far though.
Yeah, so I was wondering if he's still there.
Isaac? Is Isaac still here?
Oh, okay. Yeah, he just. Okay. I'll give him a second to do that. But do you have the when I receive add to sequence? Theo? When I receive add to sequence. Wait, what? Okay. Sequence. Oh, sorry, not add sequence. We're gonna call it play sequence. I'm gonna make a new one called play sequence. So click on that, say new message, and say play sequence. Okay.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. What you guys have to do is set the position to 1, and we're gonna create some more variables. So go ahead and create a variable called position. And while you guys do that, I'm just gonna help Isaac get caught up. Oh, I think he stopped sharing his screen again.
What's the name of the variable we're making?
We're going to call it position. Let me see. What I can do is, since we are like almost an hour in, Isaac, what I'll do is I'm gonna share the project with you, and you can. Do you have a Scratch account? Okay. Go ahead and log into your Scratch account where it says sign in at the top.
How do you how do you spell position?
It's under create a new variable. So the variable section, there's an option that says make a variable. Yes, but I forgot the password.
How do you spell position?
I'm gonna type it in the chat. Isaac, is there anyone who knows the password? Like, do you have a parent or guardian who has the password account? Isaac, do you have anyone who knows the password to your account? Or is there a parent or somebody who remembers? It's okay. Just as long as you have your password saved, that way you can. You can just say prefer not to say if you don't want to say it. And then say next, and then input an email address. Oh, you would actually need to use the real email address. Okay, so say done, and what I'll do is so that you're not too far behind, I'm going to share my project, and you can remix it. Copy link. Okay, so Isaac, do you see the link I sent on the chat for the Google Meet? Okay, so click on that and then click remix. Were you able to remix it? Okay, while he does that, I will just, when I receive play sequence, that's where we were. Okay, we want to go through every single element of the sequence list, and for each number, we want to play the right button. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the position variable that we just created, and we're going to, oh, did you guys create a variable called position? Position, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys both did. Okay, cool. Let me just create that and I'll get caught up with you guys. Position, when I receive play sequence, we're gonna set the position to 1. So under variables, we're gonna use the orange one and we're gonna say set position to 1. See the bar that says set position or like set my variable to something? We're gonna say set position. Yeah, that one's good. And then we're gonna have to say position, and then we're gonna say 1. And make sure you set it, okay, good, you set it to 1. When I receive play sequence, set the position to 1.
Wait, what are you
Instead of 0, we're gonna say 1. We have to go into your, see the orange variables and the blocks that say set my variable, change my variable? Click on set my variable.
Set my variable to, right?
Yeah, and change it to say position instead of my variable. Position and connect it to the when I receive play sequence.
What's the number going to be?
The number has to say 1. So set position to 1. Yep, click on that and then write 1. Okay. 1. And then we want the list to do something every single time there's an item in the position. So for the length of the sequence. So what we're gonna do is create a new variable called position. We did that. We first have to create another variable called current button number. So current. We're creating a new variable.
How do you spell
Current button number. I just sent it in the chat. 2 R's.
Oh.
Current button number. You can just use the pound.
Oh wait, button. Right?
Yeah, current button number. So you can just use the pound sign for number.
What's that pound?
It's like the hashtag.
Yeah, I can't find the hashtag.
It's usually if you press Shift 3.
Huh?
Actually, that's okay. You can just leave it at current button. That's fine.
Okay.
And click OK. Okay. Now that we have current button, I'm going to click OK. And so we're going to repeat for the length of the sequence. So go into Control, repeat. Repeat. Yeah, the repeat 10, put it right under position. Oh no, you want to be in the stage code. Yeah, repeat 10 right underneath set position. And then we're gonna go into the variable section.
Get code button.
Not that one. We're gonna say length of sequence. So it's gonna be one of the list variables. So here, one of this dark kind of reddish orange one. Length of sequence. So scroll down a bit.
Sequence.
Keep scrolling down on your variables. So like keep scrolling. Okay, wait, right there. Length of button press. Do you see that variable?
Huh?
It's the 4th one from the bottom.
One.
Yeah, length of button press. And instead of button press, we're gonna have it say sequence. So click on the arrow and make sure it says sequence.
Okay, now what?
Okay, I'm just gonna check that everyone has that. Repeat for length of sequence. Okay. So we want to set the current button number to the item. So we're gonna go set current button number. In variables, see where it says set current button number to 0? It's the first orange block.
So where do we go?
Set. In variables, my variables, set current button number to 0.
Where do we go?
Let me look at your screen.
Where do we go? So where do we go?
Wait. Click onto the stage backdrops.
Huh? Go to what?
The white screen on the right side. Stage backdrops. Go a little bit down. Yeah, there. Repeat length of sequence. So see the orange button that says set current button to 0?
No. Oh yeah. Wait, what? Yeah.
It's right under like position, set current button to 0. Click and drag that into the repeat statement.
It's set position to 1.
Yeah, but what you have to do is do set current button, and then we're going to change it to position.
Set position to 1, right?
Yeah, but there's one under the variables section. Like keep going to the left, right next to where it says control, but it's still inside the variables section.
I'm getting into these.
Okay, do you see my screen?
Not that good. What is your screen?
Is this better?
Looks like my screen. I can see my screen.
Uh,
Can't see yours.
you can't see my screen? Click onto all participants, the two little people on the Google Meet. Like go back onto where the meeting is, like the video call, and then click onto the 7. See where there's like two people and it says 7? Up at the top next to online mentor.
So what do I do?
Click on the two people where it says presentation U. Up near the top.
Yeah, up near the top.
Yeah, and then click on the show everyone, the 7. Yeah, click on that. And then click on online mentor presentation. It's the last one at the bottom. Yeah, click on that and then click on the pin. There you go. Now you can see my screen. So you have to add where I wrote set current button to right? Okay, and then set current button number to, we're not gonna say to 0, we're gonna say item and not 1, we want it to say item position. So item position of sequence. And position is one of the variables. Okay. Sequence, and then we're going to broadcast a new message. So under events, broadcast. Broadcast, and instead of add to sequence, we're going to say new sequence or new message.
Wait, can I see? How yours is?
Yeah, one second. I'll show you a different button.
Can I see how yours
Broadcast new message. We're going to call it play button.
No, wait.
Okay, and
Where did you get,
Trio, let me help you out.
Broadcast?
Okay, go into the yellow events. Okay, see where it says broadcast? Yeah, that one, click and drag it in. Yep, put it there and then have it, click on the arrow and say new message and say play button. And instead of, you want to have 2 T's, not 2 U's. So B-U-T-T-O-N. Okay. Broadcast play button. Okay, and then we're going to wait 1 second. So under control, the orange ones, we're going to wait 1 second. We wait 1 second, and then we change our position by 1. So go into variables. Variables, change by 1. so here, this one. And instead of current button number, we're going to click the arrow and have it say change position by 1. Okay. Okay. And now we're going to go back into the button 1 code. So click on button 1. Okay, I'm just going to make sure everyone got there. Theo, you want to click on button 1, the sprite, right here. Click on that. Button 1. Okay, good. So what happens when they receive the play button message? We want to code that, right? So when I receive play button, what do we want it to do? Any ideas? Okay. When we receive play button, we want to check which button number it is. So we're going to use the if statement here. So we're going to say if then. Okay. Use an orange if then statement. So go into control. Adam, are you having an issue with screen sharing? Okay. Well, we're just going to take a 1-second break. Then we'll be right back. Till then, I'm going to find out what's happening with Isaac.
Not 1 second.
Yeah, not actually 1 second. It's probably going to be like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So when we receive the play button, one second. Add one button pressed. When I receive play button, we want to see which button number are we on right now? Are we on button 1 or 2? Button 1, right? So we want to make sure that the current button number is the button 1. Otherwise, the button 1 shouldn't be playing, right? If it's not the same number. So we're going to say if then, okay? So grab an if then statement. And we're going to say if the current button number is equal to 1. So we're going to use one of these operators, the equals one. Yeah. And instead of 50, we're going to write 1. Which one of the variables could we use? There's either current button number or position.
Position?
Well, which are we checking for button number or are we checking for position? Because we had play button, right?
Oh, button.
Current button number, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if the current button number is 1, then we want to make it look like it gets a little bigger. So we're going to change the size. We're going to change the size by 10. So we're going to make it slightly bigger. Change size by 10. And then we're going to wait 0.1 seconds. So instead of 1 second, we're going to say 0.1. Okay, wait 0.1 seconds. And then we're going to change the size by -10 so that it goes back to its original size. And make it as -10. Okay. Isaac, what we're doing is we're doing the play button. So if you go into your code for button 1, like the green circle, click on the code for that one. Yeah, okay, perfect. Get a new event and call when I receive. It's one of the yellow ones under events.
Hey, button 1 is supposed to have the when I receive other stuff. It's right click stuff.
When I receive, yeah, button 1 is supposed to have that. So say when I receive, and then instead of message 1, go ahead and call it new message and say play button.
I'm not getting anything.
Okay, I'm gonna come and help you out in just 1 second. Theo, I'll help you out in 1 second. So when I receive play button, and just give me a second, Isaac, I'm gonna check what Theo needs help with. Okay, Theo, where are you stuck? I think you have it right.
Why are you studying all over and stuff?
Why am I standing over?
Starting over.
Oh, I'm not starting. Okay. I was just helping Isaac catch up a little bit. So this is right now. You guys can just take a second to look over your code, see if you have any questions. During that time, I'll help Isaac get caught up. So Isaac, what you have to do is see the first white circle. We're gonna put a variable in there. We're gonna call it current button number. So go down to where it says variables, create a new variable. Say make a variable. And call it current button number. Current button number. Yep, just like that. And we're gonna put current button number inside that. And then if it's equal to 1, then we want to change our size by 10. So go into looks, change size by 10. And then we wait, so go into control. Yeah, wait 0.1 seconds. 0.1 seconds, and then we go back up into looks. And then we say change size by 10. And instead of 10, we're going to say negative 10. Okay, so I think that is caught up. Change size by negative 10. And then what you need to do is we added, okay, let me see what we added. What we can do is take this code that, see this when I receive play button in button 1 code. Everyone go ahead and click on that and right click on it. Say duplicate. Oh, wait 1 second. Something happened to mine. We're going to right click on it, say duplicate, and then we're going to drag it into button 2. If that doesn't work, you can always just rewrite it again. So when I receive play button, if the current button number is 2, not 1. So if current button number is equal to 2, if current button number is equal to 2, then we change our size by 10, and then we wait 0.1 seconds, and then we change our size by negative 10.
We do that, but for
some reason it won't work.
Let me look at yours 1 second.
Do we do on button 2?
Yeah, we do the same thing on button 2.
Oh no, never mind. It works now.
Okay.
I haven't done on button 2 yet.
Who hasn't done what? You haven't done button 2 yet? Okay. So when you click it, it plays the sound, right?
Okay. Did it.
Cool. And you can just move your variables around. That way you can see the buttons more clearly. Because right now it looks like they're a little bit out of view. So every time we click 1, it adds 1 to the buttons list and it plays the sound. And every time we click 2, it adds 2 to the buttons list and plays that sound. Does everyone get that same result? Isaac, are you able to get that? Theo, could you share your screen and try demonstrating that just so I can see if you're able to get it? So try running your code, press the green flag, and
But I'm
click
already
each.
showing.
What?
Showing.
Just click the green flag. Are you able to hear me? Can anyone hear me? Theo, can you please run your code? Yeah, just click the green flag. The green flag, and then try tapping each of the buttons. So click on the first button.
You guys can't hear it, right?
I can't hear it, but can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good then. So both of our buttons work. underneath play note, we're gonna have add to the buttons press.
Okay. What are you doing right now? Are you helping somebody catch up?
Who said that? I didn't hear who said that.
Theo.
Theo? Okay. If both of your buttons click and they play a different sound when they're pressed, that means you're completely caught up. So yeah, it looks like Theo, you're on the same page as us. So we can move on to the next step. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna go into under add 1, 2 buttons press.
Wait, where are you going?
Okay. 1 second. Okay, under add 1 to buttons press, so go into button 1. Click on button 1.
Mama, remember when we were trying to drive somewhere and it was Black Friday?
Is everyone clicked onto button 1? Okay. Now receive play button. If current button is 1, we change size by 10. Wait 1 second. Change size by 10. We have to play the guitar sound underneath the change size. So we're gonna go into sound.
Sound in button 1.
Yeah, in button 1. Oh, I meant inside the code section. So click onto code. And then click on the sound, the little purple circle in the left corner of the screen.
So where do we go to? And what do we do?
Take a look at my screen. There's sort of a pinkish purple circle and it says sound. Click on that. See that? Go ahead and click on that purple circle in the corner of your screen. So keep going left. Keep going left.
Can you press it?
Oh yeah, I'll press it. Okay.
Oh, you mean like sound?
This one.
Okay.
And click on that. And we're gonna say, when I receive play button, change size by 10. We're gonna say play sound guitar.
I don't have any D guitar.
Whoa.
I don't have D guitar.
What sound do you have?
I have C guitar, A guitar, and B guitar. A, B, and
Okay.
C.
So make it A.
Okay. It's already A.
A is just the sound. So like the A sound will be different than the B sound. And we want to do the same for button 2. We're going to change size by 10. And again, we're going to move a play sound underneath that. So play sound B guitar this time.
Wait, what are you doing?
So you created the B guitar. Okay, and then go back into your button 1 code, Theo. Oh no, you don't need to add an, oh okay, yeah. Yeah, you're right. B guitar, and then go back into your button 1 code. And play sound. Oh, I think you're still on button 2. Click onto button 1.
Okay.
A guitar, good. So it looks like looks like everyone has that. A guitar, good. Okay. It's okay. Under when sprite clicked, see here where we have when sprite clicked. Under the add to buttons pressed, here, under add one to buttons pressed, we're gonna check if the length of sequence is long enough. So we're gonna say if, we're gonna have an if statement. Try an if here. If, how do we check that the length of the sequence is the same as the length of the button pressed list? Which block can we use? Do we use the greater than, the less than, or the equal sign?
Equal.
Equal sign, right? So instead of having 50, what we're going to do is we're going to go into our variables and we're going to say length of sequence.
I'll have that.
It says length of button pressed for you. So put it in there and instead of button pressed, have it say sequence.
Type button
then-
press.
And then grab another one and just have it called length of buttons pressed.
Oh, I don't get it.
Okay, let me look at it. Adam, what you want to do is grab another one of those length ones, and instead of having it say sequence, have it say button pressed. It's the circle one, length of sequence. Yeah, that one. And drag that onto the other side. And
What? Wait, what are we doing?
Theo, I'm gonna come and look at yours. Okay. Let me see. If
What do we do?
okay, so you have to go into the orange one. Do you see where it says length of buttons pressed?
No.
It's near the bottom. It's a circle one. It's kind of like a long oval. It says length of buttons pressed. So go to the last block where it says, yeah, there you go. So put that up at the top. Oh, no, not that one. Yeah, length of buttons pressed. And then scroll to the side. Get another one of that same one. The one below. Yeah. Get another one of that. And then click on the arrow where it says buttons pressed. And have it say sequence. Okay. So now that we have that. No. The second one can stay as buttons pressed. Buttons pressed. Okay. So now that you have that, we're going to work on the inside of the statement. So if the two are equal, what do we want it to do? Anyone have an idea? I'll help you guys out. What we're going to do is we're going to broadcast a new message. We're going to broadcast something called text sequence. So we're typing a new broadcast message.
Oh, we go to make a new message.
Go to event.
Go to events.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then broadcast.
I don't have a broadcast.
Scroll down a little bit. See where it says broadcast add to sequence?
No.
It's the second to the last one before control. Yep, that one. Wait, don't put that there. We're gonna put it inside the if statement. So see that really long if statement you had? Scroll a little bit to the right. Scroll. Oh, I think you have to be on button 1. Yeah. So put in broadcast add to sequence inside that if statement. And instead of add to sequence, we're gonna call it check sequence. We're gonna make a new one. Call it check sequence. No, you can keep that in there. That was fine in there. And then click the arrow, say new message. New message, and say check sequence. So I'll show you what mine's gonna look like. broadcast check sequence. Check sequence and say OK. Oh, you need an H after the C. So CH, oh, after the C, after the C. Just write CH. Okay, there, now you're good. And click OK. Broadcast check sequence. I'm going to check everyone else's. Check, and then space sequence. Okay, you have that. Okay, good. Broadcasting check sequence. So what this is going to do is it's only going to check the sequence once you press the same number of buttons as in the original sequence. So if they had like 5 buttons to press and you've only pressed 4, it's not going to check it until you've pressed all 5 buttons. Okay? Does that make sense to everyone?
Wait,
Anyone?
do we
Yeah?
hide the list of sequence?
No, we don't hide it yet. We can hide it in the end because we're going to use it when we test the code to find out if our sequence is correct.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. Now that we've done the check sequence, let's go to the stage code. So all the way to stage backdrop. Also, Adam, I don't think you need to have a variable for check sequence. So go into your variable section. Just delete the one that says check sequence. Yeah. Okay. And then, so now we're in the stage code. We're going to add a new broadcasting block. So we're going to go into events, and we're going to say when I receive check sequence.
Where are you guys?
We're in the stage code. And then get a yellow events one, and it should say when I receive. Drag that in there and have it say check sequence. Yeah? Okay. When I receive check sequence, we're going to start by setting our position to 1. So go on to variables, set current button number to 0, click that one. Variables is right here. Variables, set this one, the first one, and have it say current button number. And instead of 0, we're going to have it say 1. Make sure you update it. Instead of 0, it should say 1, okay? Theo, I think you still have it saying 0. Yeah, now it says 1, okay? Current button number to 1. Oh, and instead of current number button, we're going to have it say position. Position to 1. And then we're going to use a repeat. So we want to repeat as many times as the sequences. So what are we going to repeat by? We're going to repeat by the length of sequence. So Yeah. Go into repeat 10 and then go into variables. Variables, scroll down. And then length of this one. And drag it into where 10 is. And instead of buttons pressed, we're going to say length of sequence. Length of sequence. We want to make sure that if the item position is not the same position as the button press, so we're going to have a new if statement. If I'm just going to give everyone a second to catch up just in case. Sequence. And then we're going to have an if-then statement. Repeat the length of sequence. So if not, we're going to use a not here. One of the green ones. So go into the green operators and say if not. Yep, use the one that says not. If it's not, item position is equal to, so we're going to bring this equals inside the not. Okay. So if not. And instead of equals 50, we're going to say go into variables and say item of sequence. So item 1 of sequence.
Where are you? How do you so? Can I see it a little bit more closer?
Yeah.
So we get a.
You need to have a not. So get one of the green ones, the one that says not, this one. And put that inside the if statement. Go up a little bit.
I don't have a not one.
You do. It's scroll a bit down.
Huh?
Go a little bit down. It's one of the diamond shaped ones. Yep, that one. So if not, and then say the equals, this one. And then put that inside there. Yeah, put it inside. And then go into my variables. And say item 1 of sequence. And we put that inside there. Yeah, go ahead and put that inside. Do you see item 1 of button press? Drag that into the left side, and instead of button press, we're going to have it say sequence. Sequence, and on the right side of the equals sign, we're going to say item 1 of button press. So item 1 of button pressed. Yeah. That. Item 1 of buttons pressed. So if they're not equal, what do we do?
Huh?
If they're not equal, what do we do? about the buttons pressed. We want to say that the game is over, right? Because you lose if you don't get the right amount of buttons. So we're going to say broadcast game over. So go into broadcast. We're going to broadcast a new message. So drag that into here. Yeah, that one. Drag it inside. And then instead of add to sequence, we're going to say new message, and we're going to say game over. Over. Okay. And then we want to stop this script so that nothing else can happen. So instead of stop all, we're going to say stop this script. So click on the arrow. Stop all, stop this script. And drag that inside. Broadcasting game over, stop this script. Okay. And then outside of the if statement, we want to change the position by 1. So go into variables. And we're going to say, go into variables, the orange one. Right here.
What do we get?
Go into variables and you have to say script. And we change position by 1. So instead of current button number, have it say position. And we put that outside of the if statement. And we rename it to position. Change position by 1. And then we are going to delete all of the sequence. So go down, scroll down just a little bit to the red ones. And then see this one that says delete all of? Yeah, delete all of, put that underneath. We say delete all of sequence. Okay. Delete all of sequence. And then we're going to broadcast a new message. Make sure you stay inside the stage code.
You haven't. How do you know you got it wrong with something?
Yeah, you have to stay to the stage code. So click back onto the stage code. Theo,
Well,
click onto the stage. Yeah. Underneath delete all of sequence, we're going to start a new sequence by saying broadcast add to sequence. Right underneath delete all of sequence. This is what we added. Broadcast add to sequence. And then we're going to broadcast a new message called correct. Say new message. And call it correct. C-O-R-R-E-C-T.
I need to go to the restroom.
Okay. Correct. Exclamation. Say okay. So we're going to broadcast correct. And then we're going to wait 1 second. And then we're going to broadcast play sequence and wait. Last one, play sequence. Okay. So basically what that does is it tells us if the person either got the code correct or did they get it wrong. So if they mess up the buttons or if they don't get them in the right order, then they get game over broadcasted. But if they get all of the buttons correct and in the right order, then they get the correct message broadcasted. And then they're going to broadcast a new sequence. So the reason why we don't broadcast a new sequence for game over is because the game is over. So there's nothing left to do. Does that make sense for everyone? Yeah? Okay. So we broadcast the play sequence, we broadcast correct, and we wait. So now we're going to go back into the cat code. So everyone go into the cat code. Okay. Theo, go ahead and click on the sprite cat. Yep, click on that one. And we're going to say, when I receive correct, if we receive the correct message, then we're going to say correct for 2 seconds. Okay. After saying correct for 2 seconds, what's the other message that we had broadcasted?
Logo.
What was that?
Logo.
Game over, right? So what's the next thing that we have to receive? When I receive what? Game over, right? Okay, so when I receive game over, that's going to be the next one we add. When I receive game over.
Stop everything.
Well, we are going to say game over for 2 seconds. And then we want to tell them their score. It's a game over. 2 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just going to check because I can't see Isaac's screen. I'm going to ask him if he's still with us. Okay. Game over for 2 seconds. How do we figure out how many points they got? We have, yeah. Was someone going to say something?
I don't think so. No.
I didn't hear what you said.
Huh?
Were you going to say something? How we could send the score? Oh, okay. So game over. Welcome to my game. Copy the sequence. Correct. Game over. Okay. We want to say what the points are. So we're gonna say use the say hello for 2 seconds. But instead of saying hello, we're gonna join a few words together. So see the join apple and banana? It's one of the green ones. Instead of apple and banana, we're gonna say you scored
So you in the apple one and scored in the banana one. Right?
Actually, what we're gonna say is you scored in here. You scored. And then we're gonna use another join where banana is. We're gonna have another join. So yeah, you scored. You scored, and then pick up another join and put it in where banana is. You scored, and so remember how our sequence was one more than the actual number of buttons pressed? Right? Because if you get it wrong and you're on the 5th sequence, that means that you got 4 of the sequences correct, right? Does that make sense? Or does anyone have a question on why it's one less? No questions? Okay. So what we're gonna do is then we're gonna, where it says banana, we're gonna write points. We're gonna put a space and then write points. Space points. And then go into my blocks and then say length of sequence and put it below right here. And instead of button pressed, have it say sequence. And then we're going to get an operator and we're going to use the minus sign. Yeah, the second one, minus sign. And then we're going to write 1 on the right side. One, and then we're going to put the length of sequence into the left side. And then we're going to put all of that inside where it says apple. Okay, so you scored join length of sequence minus 1 point for 2 seconds. Okay. And still in the cat code, if you go up to where we click the flag, when we click the flag under copy the sequence, what we have to do is broadcast add to sequence and play sequence.
Okay.
Do you guys have that added?
Yeah.
Let me see. Add to sequence, play sequence. Oh no, you guys still have to add it. So under copy the sequence, we're gonna broadcast. So go into events. And we're gonna say broadcast, add to sequence. So we just added that. Go into events, Theo, and see the broadcast. Yeah, put that right underneath copy the sequence. Broadcast act to sequence, and then we're going to broadcast play sequence. Okay, and once you have that, since it's 5 o'clock already, what we can do is we can try running it to see. It won't be a complete game, but I'll show you kind of how it would look. So it played the sequence. So we press it 2. We press that once. We press it twice. And it should say correct. Do you guys see it saying correct for you? I think Theo's, yours said correct. I think I saw that. But we're going to work on working on it. We just have to update the buttons. We have to add 2 more buttons, and then we have to add the title text and background. So we're almost done with that. But since it's 5 o'clock, that's all for me today. Did anyone have any more questions about it? Anyone have any questions?
Nope.
No? Okay. Theo or Isaac, did you guys have any questions?
No.
No? Okay. Then I think we are all good. So that's it for me today, guys. So thank you.
Bye.
I'll see you guys next week. Bye.